Welcome to Sweethearts or Rivals. I'm Charla,
I'm Justin.
and you might hear a few mouse squeaks. That would be one of our cats.
Yes.
Just if they're not bugging the table, we're just going to let them make noise.
Leave them alone.
Yeah. So, what are we doing today?
Today we're going to be talking about Carcassonne Winter Edition. Dun, dun, dun.
And why are we talking about Carcassonne Winter Edition?
Because we live in Nova Scotia.
Oh, yes, and it is winter.
Well, it's not, but it doesn't.
Technically, it's spring, but it's still snowing.
It's been quite a winter.
Yeah.
Not as bad for us here as in other places, like PEI is under what, like 16 feet of snow or something
Who
crazy
knows?
like that.
Yeah, anyway.
It's insane.
So, it is fitting.
Yeah.
So, we wanted to show off the components.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's anything different, we want to showcase that.
Yep.
And we're going to put a little fast forward playthrough up in the corner somewhere so it can show off the components.
Over here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Alright, so for those of you that are not familiar with Carcassonne, this is Carcassonne right here. Our edition was published by Rio Grande Games, but you probably get it from Z-Man Games, which the Winter Edition is by Z-Man Games. And it is a tile laying game. So you start off with one tile, and then you reach into a bag or you reach into a pile and you pull a tile out, flip it up, and you have to match the land to the land, the roads to the roads, and you're building...
Hi, Jinx.
Hey, Jinx. And you're just matching the size of the tiles in order to create kind of like a map of the landscape. And you're either going to be making cities, roads, fields, or monasteries, and you're putting your followers out to claim those as you place the tiles down in order to score points as you complete objectives. And at the end of the game, whoever has the most points is the winner.
Right.
So the difference is from Carcassonne to Winter Carcassonne is, as you can see right off the bat, the art styles are very different. Let's see if I can get that to see.
Yeah, it looks
there we go.
Good.
Yeah. So Carcassonne Winter Edition has brand new art, totally different art, with a wintry theme. There's a big surprise.
Yep. So instead of tiles that are green,
yep,
they are covered in snow.
Yeah.
Like that. That's the starting tile.
Yeah.
And you not only get new tiles, but you get a new scoreboard.
Yep. The scoreboard, the tiles all have that same wintry art with a lot of snow. The roofs are a dark color red with snow all over them. You get 5 colors of player pieces, which is the exact same as in regular Carcassonne.
Yeah, because in Carcassonne you play 2 to 5 players.
Yep. So Winter Edition does not change that whatsoever. When you buy the regular edition of Carcassonne, you're going to get 72 tiles. So that's not including any expansions whatsoever, because there's a lot of expansions for Carcassonne. When you buy the Winter Edition of Carcassonne, you're going to get 84 tiles. So the exact same tiles as the base set of Carcassonne with a few extra. And when you look at the extra ones, they're not radically different from Carcassonne. They're just some very popular tiles that are in some of the Carcassonne expansions.
Mm-hmm.
But no additional rules, no expansion rules, just the extra tiles. So that's one of the differences between Winter Edition and regular edition. The biggest difference between the game is just the artwork itself, and not whoops, and not just in the fact that the Winter Edition tiles are all wintry, but there's a lot of expanded artwork on a lot of the tiles. So, for example, here's a monastery with 2 roads, and let's see if I can bring this up. But there's a lot of deer on there. So there's like a herd of them just kind of grazing. There's a polar bear, or no, just a regular bear, brown bear. The monasteries have these little gardens. Here we have a nice herd of boar going by the outside of a city. I'm not even sure if you can see that. And there's a lot of little touches like that. There's a couple of tiles that have like a flock of ravens flying by. So a lot of little tiny artistic touches that are very interesting. There's foxes, deer, bears.
Cool.
Yeah. The gameplay itself is exactly the same as regular Carcassonne. There is no difference whatsoever. And I guess the big thing between Carcassonne Regular and Carcassonne Winter Edition is, do you see yourself buying expansions?
Right.
Because you can take the Winter Edition of Carcassonne and mix it with the other tiles, except the back of the Winter Edition Carcassonne has these blue.
And regular are gray.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're reaching into a bag and you're taking them out of a bag, that's not going to be a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're just reaching into a pile, you're going to know the differences, and it is going to look really weird blending snow-covered fields with regular fields.
It's true.
Yeah. But speaking purely from like mechanisms and mechanics, there's no difference in the play.
Right.
So, if you're not thinking of getting any of the expansions, you just want a basic game of Carcassonne, Winter Edition has more tiles, and the artwork is really cool.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking, I'm going to get into Carcassonne and start getting expansions, you probably want to go with regular Carcassonne, just so it blends together well.
Unless you're a Carcassonne nut and you need every single Carcassonne there is out there.
True.
Which, if you're a Carcassonne nut, you already know about it, and you're probably not watching this video.
True. We're Carcassonne nuts, but I don't feel the need to go out and get the Winter Edition.
No. I mean, it is kind of cool.
Yeah. And this is actually a copy of Carcassonne from the board game club at my school that I just borrowed. Because for that, it's a bunch of junior high kids, and they don't want to get into the expansions. They just want to play the base game.
Yeah.
So this was a good way to go.
And it was the one that was available when you were making your order.
True.
So,
That's true. So those are the differences between Carcassonne Winter Edition and Carcassonne Regular Edition.
Cool.
And I guess the fast forward full playthrough is kind of finishing up in the corner up here somewhere.
Yep.
Yep.
So I guess we better put these tiles in this bag and get ready to record that video.
There you go.
It's like time travel.
Time travel. I
Yeah.
know. It's playing right now, but we haven't.
But we
done
haven't
it yet.
filmed it yet. Ooh. So yeah, that's Carcassonne Winter Edition.
Yep.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
We'll see you next time.
Laters. So that's 33, 38, 39, 40, 41.
Yeah.
Winner! Farm win! Farmers rule!
Okay.